2, 1. All right, we starting up. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Deep Thoughts Whiskey Shots. You got, once again, I'm with you, James. We got to my right, my co-host.
Hi, it's me, Blade, the degenerate extraordinaire. You know how it is.
Degenerate extraordinaire. And then behind the camera, possibly for the last time, for a little bit of time. He's a busy man, and he's got to get set up to help us move forward with certain things. But he'll still be in from time to time, hopefully. But once again, the man that really made all this at least be able to set forward in motion, Spencer.
I'm off to Editing Planet.
Editing world. Man, speaking of Editing Planet, you think they got the same shitty traffic we got here in Texas?
You know, probably not, because they just edit it out.
They just edit all the parts of traffic.
Yeah, the roads is just
Fuck
like...
it. This is my exit.
You know what? Wait, I just edited that to another. Yeah, no.
All the streets are just green screens, and I could just put whatever I want there.
Wherever you want to go, just pop up. Well, this says Walgreens. Walmart. Here we go. Now we're here.
That's like Chalk Zone Plus.
Dude, that's like, let's real quick, let's cheers on it. What are we drinking today, Degenerate Extraordinaire?
Oh, well, we got ourselves some Devil's River bourbon.
Does it taste like the devil's water?
It tastes like the devil's taint. No, it's not bad.
How would you know?
Listen, you don't become so great
That's
without knowing a little something, something.
I thought you were just talking about your ex-wife.
Whoa.
Yeah, anyways. Yeah, but no,
I hope you're listening.
I hope not.
Yeah, right, actually.
That's not. No, but I was thinking about that, like, man, like, look, as Texans, like, there's like I don't want to say unearned sense of pride, but we are very prideful of our state. We think we're the greatest and everything else. And we are, so y'all just deal with that.
It's not a thought, it's just...
It's just a fact. We're Texan and we're better than y'all.
Until it comes to driving.
Oh, my God, man. It's like, dude, depending on where you're going, it's like downtown Dallas is like the Fast and the Furious. Some parts of Fort Worth is chilled, and you got other... What are you doing over here? Nah, man. Nah, I don't like this. What's going on, man? What's happening?
Keep talking, dude.
Nah, I'm going to be staring at you now the whole time because I don't trust you.
Nice. That awkward bone.
He's eating. Okay, that's a little weird.
Just keep talking.
No,
You're ruining the flow of this thing, man. I swear I'm listening.
I feel like just because this is your last episode, you're just going to bullshit.
Wrong.
Okay.
I'm here for the party.
As long as you're here for the party. No, but that's what I was just going to say. Like, that's the one thing. It's just like, man, people either they don't want to use their blinkers or they put it on the last second. They just merge right in front of you. Like, or they want to be in the far left lane and driving slow as shit. Like, it's always something. That's the one worst part.
Or my favorite, whenever they're in the far left lane and they're like, oh, there's my exit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me just get over 4 lanes. Yeah.
Or it's like whenever they just want to stop, like go from 70 to 0 and just wait. I'm going to wait for my turn. It's like, dude, you're not going to be able to get over going 0 when everybody else is going the speed limit.
Yeah, no shit.
The absence of speed.
It's absolutely cool. Speaking of speed, since you brought that up, did y'all hear about this mayor down in that little town in Texas that got busted for cartel trafficking?
Of course. Of course.
What town do you know?
A little town.
Let me see. I got my notes here.
Is it down south?
Yeah, of course. Damn, I thought I wrote the name of the town.
Was it Brownsville?
No, it wasn't. It was close. I remember we were talking about it. It was only like 2 hours away from the border. But basically, it's a small town of like 5,500 people and stuff. You're so weird. It was a small town of like 5,500 people. And it was like one of those things where, like, when you're the mayor of that town, it's just like generational, if that makes sense. Like your son's the mayor, your daughter, like it always comes back around to somehow your family's the mayor.
Silent monarchy.
Basically. So like,
Oglegarchy.
Is that what that is?
Is that what you call it?
It's like in the,
say it again?
Whenever Oglegarchy.
Oglegarchy?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's just the way it is.
It's whenever it's like familiar bonds are in power and stuff like that, like King, Queen, obviously, right? And then like Prince, and then Speaker of the, like, let's take Speaker of the House and shit. If everybody in the presidential chain was like related somehow, that would be an oligarchy.
Oh, so as long as it's all family, just running shit one step at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. I get
Not to derail, but I think this is actually kind of interesting. We'll get back to the topic. They figured out that if George Washington was a king, they figured out who would be technically king now.
Yeah?
Yeah, they figured out like the absolute lineage. It's just some dude.
Oh, that'd be fun. It's like
That's
some
awesome.
loser.
It's a construction guy.
Was there something wrong?
No, I was just giving you shit.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Got him.
No. Boom, got him. Stay on your A game, boy. Why you keep putting shit in your mouth? That's what got you banned from that all boys school, putting shit in your mouth. Anyway, so this dude,
Ooh.
he it was like a town of like 5,500, and then more or less basically that they got busted for corruption, for drugs smuggling and all that kind of stuff. And then what was even funny about it is the Chamber of Commerce guy. He like the police chief. He was like, "Yeah, it's nothing new. This town is known for this. It's just what they do." But apparently, they were moving a lot of cocaine and fentanyl and stuff like that. And it was like, it's just crazy that the dude was the mayor moving that much drugs.
You know, I'm not
stuff.
surprised though.
I'm not either.
Like, that's the perfect ruse.
I mean, especially if you're 2 miles away from the border. Or was it 2 miles or 2 hours? But it was super close to the border.
The 2 hours is close for drug smugglers.
I mean, yeah, that's not much of anything.
True
But
that.
Yeah.
Especially with the dune buggies and all sorts of cool
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
the terrain I think it is.
I mean, especially is it kind of a deserty area?
I'm sure. I thought I wrote down the name of the town. I guess I didn't. I really wish I would have kept that one. But yeah, it was like it started with a P or something like that. But it was. I just remember the part where it said it was like 2 miles from the border, and it was real close. But
Dude,
it was,
yeah, you're sold, man. That's like,
easy.
That's why they picked
And-
Albuquerque in Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Just
Speaking of which, I finally started watching that because you said
Yes!
so I finally started watching that.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
I mean, I got through like episode and a half, but it's definitely.
What do you
like,
think so far?
I mean, it's like it kind of started a little slow. It just kind of seemed like what's that guy's name? The guy that plays the Breaking Bad guy.
Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, Bryan Cranston. It just seemed like a really nerdy, doughy dad.
Just you wait.
And then all of a sudden, like he's just like it's just crazy how his family is the DEA, and that's what gives him that. How much money was that? Oh, 500, 700 grand, 500 grand. He's just like, can I see the lab? He had to go check it out in the first episode. Next thing you know, like you see the wheels in turning, and then he got he got the the cancer call or whatever, and now he's just like, fuck you, fuck all y'all, I don't give a fuck. And he just started going cooking up meth.
Problem though is that like it'll be later, but like you're seeing a lot of like real life scenarios that are somewhat playing out like that because it's happened before.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. Like they give it a good realism where it's like a guy just completely down on his luck, owes all this money, like just fucking had enough,
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I got 3 years tops to live or whatever it was. He's like, fuck it, let me go out like a king, just make all this money and do what I want to do. He's like,
That's the way. That's the way.
But I mean, like that goes into like, remember we were talking about like in 2002, like the overdoses and stuff like that in America and how the numbers have gone up by 4%. Like, that's crazy to think about that.
I don't know about
OD from deaths have gone up by, as I said, in 2022 there was 108,000 overdose deaths in America. It was up by 4.1%. I think they said, let me see real quick.
The majority of the increases were the fentanyl and cocaine and stuff
Fentanyl
like that.
by itself was up 4.1%. They said for the first time in like 5 years since they did the study, the number for women OD deaths went down, but the men skyrocketed. So there's something like 70% of all
suicide.
Yeah, but I mean it was just depression and just
Depression,
drug. Yeah, but so it was mostly fentanyl. And, but what was crazy is the numbers for heroin and everything relating to heroin went down. So it's like the fentanyl's taken over, but heroin numbers have gone down. So that was like, I guess a small victory, but not really. Because
I'm wondering if it's cheaper and stronger.
It's got to
You
be.
know what I mean?
Is heroin like a relatively hard drug to synthesize?
No, that's
No?
what is that? Methadone?
Isn't it a opioid?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much
I
about
don't-
that. That's
neither do
something I
I.
don't. Yeah, that's not
All I
one
know is
ever-
that's the ones like pop the vein.
Yeah. That's the
That's
one
the
you normally
scary one.
inject.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
but I mean, they inject fentanyl too. I mean, that's what keyholing is. You inject it to use
Jesus.
like they say like I was watching one of them like Drugs Inc. or something like that, and they were talking about like keyholing on
They did
fentanyl.
this in Monsters Inc.
Yeah, in Monsters Inc.
Oh shit, that's how they. Okay.
That's
Not
how they got
Sully.
inside. Yeah, no, it was Mike. He was selling. Do you not see that little green bastard?
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Waselski. Anyway, so he
Damn.
so like the whole thing what they call keyholing is
Mike
whenever
Wa-
you're
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Waselski. But whenever you start doing it, it's like your vision there that comes down to a keyhole, and there's a point when you know you're gonna die if that closes out. So it's like you try to get the keyhole as little as possible to get as high as possible.
Oh, that's crazy.
But it's like that close to just being done. There he is selling drugs. Look
Yeah.
at him.
Damn.
There he is.
Damn.
No, it's that one right
Oh,
there
it's
on the
that
right.
bottom third
That
one.
bottom
yeah.
third one. Yeah, that's Mike Waselski. That's the one that'll sell you drugs right there.
Yeah, 53% off.
It's like she
53%
said
off.
she was 12.
Oh God, Jesus,
I'm in 18s. Shit.
Jesus.
Yeah. He fucked
takes
up.
that takes us into another topic up today.
I
but
don't like that.
I don't like that,
It's
I like that it's
$22,
green screen.
dude. Let's buy it.
dude.
It'd be at a
And
little
that's
thing.
50% off.
Throw it on the company
That's
card.
50% off for that piece of shit.
Throw it on the
Hell
company card.
yeah.
Get
Not
that
to
shit
talk
in
down
here.
on your products, whoever you are, but that's a real piece of shit to charge someone $22.
James, shut up. We're buying this.
Oh God, we ain't got that type of podcast money yet.
Oh, he didn't even sand it down.
Jeez, what a bum. 22, and he sells that normally for 44. Unbelievable. So yeah, so that actually brings me into the next thing. So you were telling me some shit that was really, really interesting to me. Where I guess the U.S. government's suing Apple or something like that.
Yeah, apparently the United States government is suing Apple for monopolizing the smartphone industry.
Well, it's about goddamn time,
Right?
It's
Because
like-
I'm tired of seeing all those cool little videos, but they're all like down
Jams.
resed because I'm not on Apple phone, and all my friends who are
Yeah.
seeing cool shit are like, "Oh hey, look at this cool shit! Awesome! Why is it so blurry? Oh, you're on an Android."
dude. Literally,
Ew.
dude,
Yeah, like I've got like a red A on my shirt or something.
dude, it's
Yeah.
funny you said that because literally, someone sent me like a invitation for their birthday party or whatever, and they did it where they made it on Apple. So when they sent it to my phone, it came out blurry, and I couldn't really read the day. I ended up missing the birthday, and I was like, "Oh shit, I couldn't read it." And they're like, "Oh, you don't have Apple." I'm like, "No, I've told you this. You should just send me a message with the date."
But
That was
that's
funny.
actually one of the
I
things
just-
that they're getting sued for. That's in the suing
And the lawsuit.
Yeah, one of the
Okay.
lawsuit bullet points.
So what's all the? I know you said you did some kind of more deep diving on this, but like, what's kind of the main points of everything that they're trying to do?
Basically, that they've kind of forced a monopoly on their own products, like
Okay.
where Apple products only work with Apple products. You know what
like
I mean?
no third parties, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't buy like a. The only third party people I can think of is like Huawei, the Chinese
yeah,
brand.
yeah.
Like I wouldn't do that in the first place, but
Yeah.
we'll use them as an example. You can't use Huawei on Apple. You can't use Samsung stuff on Apple. And if you do manage to, you have to jailbreak it
Mm.
and stuff like that, and then that voids warranties and updates and bullshit like that.
Everything. Yeah,
But
like,
that's one of the bullet points. The down planned obsolescence stuff. That's what it is.
Oh, bro, that's the shit that pissed me off the most
Yeah.
because
the
Android-
first thing they got caught with was the iPhone 4s, I think.
damn, so old. But yeah, no, you know about that, right?
Casey Neistat.
Huh?
You know who Casey Neistat is?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Pretty popular YouTube vlogger. I know y'all aren't like super in the YouTube thing.
We're trying to be. Look at us.
Yeah, right. That was one of his first breakout videos. Was him calling Apple support for I think it was an iPod Touch.
Okay.
I was like, why is it so slow? Why can't I use it properly? They basically sugarcoated it so hard. They're like, oh, well, I guess it's going to cost this much to repair it. You might as well just buy a new one.
Mm.
And he got that on film, or I guess on audio, and
Right.
put it up there. It's just like, is this bullshit? And everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah.
They're really pushing you to just buy a new one.
Yeah, see, and they, from what I understand, especially with the Apple stuff, like they push that shit real quick. It's like you got like 2 generations and it's obsolete no matter what. Like I know my last phone I had, it was like a Galaxy SJ or something like that, and it was an old ass phone, but it just started like not being able to keep up with all the updates and data and stuff, and I finally upgraded. But I had that thing for like 4 or 5 years before it got to the point I was like, okay, no more. I can't use this no more.
Same thing with my phone. It's starting to get all weird. Like
Yeah.
I think the last update it had, it took a day or two for another update to come out, and then it fixed everything on my phone.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of annoying.
I bet, yeah.
I mean, Android overall, though, feels like it's less stable, but they actually try to make it so.
See, that's the thing. To me, like the Apple ones, like I feel like that's almost like a status symbol at this point. Like, oh, I got
It
an
is.
iPhone, I got an
Yeah.
Apple. 'Cause, I mean, who the hell needs like? Because I did see one thing in the article that we were reading or that you sent me or whatever, and it was talking about like some of the Apple phones when they barely come or they brand new come out, and like you have to buy the new ones like $1,600, and you have to finance and all sorts of crazy shit that puts you in debt
Uh-huh.
over a phone. And then they were talking about like Android and Galaxies and stuff like that. Basically, the almost exact same phone in terms of operating, processing, blah 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 blah.
Now
It-
you ready for the
It's a lot
crazy part
cheaper.
about that?
Yeah.
All right, Spencer, I'm gonna need you to look up how much it takes to how much it costs to manufacture those things.
I was
This is
like,
the
And I bet
current-
you it's like $50 to $60. I bet.
What's the
That's what
current?
you're getting?
Yep.
What's the current gen? Is it 14?
15, I think.
15.
I know they try to sell them for like $7.99.
Stand by for the answers. Go to Reddit. They know all the answers.
$4 to assemble.
Wow.
But that's to assemble.
That's to assemble. Oh, and get this. This is probably one of those things where it's not technically a Chinese product because they don't put enough of it together in China.
Mm.
And then they ship the parts over to Vietnam to do the rest of it. So it's technically a Vietnam product or an American product or whatever.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
I'm not going to be able to get very good information on this. Sorry.
Well, regardless, it's a lot cheaper than what they try to charge you.
It says right here it costs $500 to make. There ain't no way.
That feels like the corporate answer to give out. Yeah.
Less per unit or $187 to make.
See, that sounds more on the line, but I mean, still, that sounds like the American answer. Like, oh, it costs us $180. We just upcharge you by 40% or some shit. You know, like, I mean, if it still costs them $180, you know, they're charging $900 for the damn thing.
1,000% markup.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, you want to speak about shitty industries? We'll go from one into the other. Guess what I watched?
Gay porn.
What? No.
Gay pony porn?
Damn.
Got him.
All right, hold on, let me delete some stuff. No, I actually, so I watched this, the new documentary that came out. I know a lot of people are already talking about it, but it's called Quiet on the Set, the dark side of children's, what was it? Dark side of the children's, not comedy, but children's
Nickelodeon.
TV. Bro, that's basically what it was about. It was about Nickelodeon. Let me just start off. I know we talked about the Gypsy Rose thing one time on this, but holy shit. Like, it is a dark rabbit hole of things it starts to go down. Like, it is ridiculous. First off, to start with, the dude Dan Schneider lied on his resume.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, definitely fuck that guy.
He's the epitome of the meme of lying and getting the job.
Yeah, so the first thing he did is he lied about going to Harvard or whatever to get the job, and then they didn't even background check. He was like, yeah, I was the head of my class in Harvard. They're like, okay. And they gave him the job, and then they came out later he never went to Harvard. He was like a community college student or some shit like that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, so a lot of the stuff, and like if you really go back and look at it, like the foot fetish, there's a lot of things where he's got like little girls putting feet in their mouth or licking things.
It's the salmon cat thing.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Trust me, there's 4 episodes of this bad boy, and the first one alone will make you go, but like the foot thing. And then you actually made a good point when you think about how they had the new Nickelodeon Studios, and what was the symbol? A giant orange foot. And wasn't it dripping too? If I'm not tripping, like it was supposed to be like a gooey foot that had like drips or some some shit.
I don't know.
I think it was just a normal foot.
Maybe just a regular foot. Maybe I was just trying to really make it worse than what it was. But
it was round,
dude. It
round
was
toes and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember it.
You ain't got to make it worse. It's pretty bad already,
dude. And then like, you know, like I've never been an Ariana Grande fan per se, like her music or whatever. And I was like, damn, this bitch crazy. But then like you see all the shit they made her do, and you're like, yeah, no wonder she lost her mind.
Yeah,
like
of
it's
course.
like bad, like bad. Like, so like the first thing it starts off like, look, this is just a few of the shows this guy's responsible for. I mean, that's what's crazy is he's like responsible for Nickelodeon. He was responsible for all that. That was like the big one.
Yep.
Then he had the On Air Dare, iCarly, Drake and Josh, Keenan and Kill, Sam and Cat, Amanda Show, Good Burger, Zoe 101, something called Victorious, and then he even did What I Like About You on the CW when Amanda Bynes turned 16. He followed her when she turned 16 and kept working on her shows. We'll get to that in a minute too. A lot of the stuff was little boys wearing leotards, and if you go back and look at these scenes, it is a lot of little boys in skin tight leotards doing stuff.
Yep.
It is ridiculous. And then like one of the dudes he had, his name was Nose Boy, and this is what's crazy because if you think about, you can look that up. His name was Nose Boy, and the thing is he was supposed to have a really big fucking nose. He had like noses on his shoulders and his chest, and his whole thing was he'd sneeze real big and like sneeze on you, right? Now, as a kid, you're just kind of like, oh, ha, 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 he sneezed and it got all over the place, right? You look at it as an adult, you're like, damn, that's a cum shot. Like, there's no way around it. It was just,
shot.
Yeah, it was just really, look up, I think it was All That Nose Boy. That's that guy right there. And then you look at the symbols on his shoulder. Like, look at that one on his shoulder right there. Tell me that don't look like a dick. That's a straight dick.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll tell you, it doesn't look like a dick, but I'd be lying.
But it is hilarious at the same time.
It's funny, not funny that they made these kids do this. You know what I mean?
It does look like a dick.
And that's and like the scene is he's like, oh, my name's Nose Boy. What's your ability? Oh, I have super slime. And then he sneezes. Then it cuts to a woman sitting behind a desk, and she's just like facial. You know what I mean? Just all over the place.
He's got the power of Roger North.
Then it went to another little girl story. Her name was Katrina Johnson.
That shit's wild.
Her name was Katrina Johnson. When she got hired on the job, she was 11, 12 years old and just about to hit puberty. So when she started going into puberty, she started, becoming a woman, putting on a little bit of weight and all that kind of stuff.
He's on it over there, bro.
The natural stuff. She got in trouble because she was quote unquote getting too fat. This is a 12-year-old little girl that they were calling too fat. And then once she started actually like hitting puberty and like she was one of those ones that kind of developed, you know what I'm saying, early. And they're like, oh no, she looks too much like a woman, and they freaked out and eventually they phased her out the show. And then Amanda Bynes is eventually the one that took over for her. That was kind of her replacement after a while.
Curse you, puberty, you got in the way of my business.
Dude, yeah, basically, like it's crazy. And then so yeah, like they just eventually phased her out. Like a lot of this shit was really like he was just dickheads if he didn't like you. Like he didn't really care for women. He really didn't like African American or Asian or Mexican kids and stuff. Like the white kids got treated good and everybody else was kind of like, hey, like there was one thing they were talking about, like it's ironic that anytime they had a scene where like somebody was selling something or doing something illegal, it was always the black kids. Like one of them where he was selling Girl Scout cookies under the table. He's like, hey, I got what you need. And they're like, oh, Girl Scout. He's like, shh, 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 type shit like that. Where he's, got the Girl Scout cookies, bro. Like all that kind of shit.
Got the Samoas, bro. I got them Thin Mints.
Oh, yeah. So it was a lot of that. And so that was just what he was doing to the kids. Now, for what it says, for everything that they said, Dan Schneider wasn't the sexual predator towards the kids. He just kind of put them in really awkward, weird sexual things on TV because he thought it was funny. And what was bad is everybody just accounted it for, oh, that's just Dan's sense of humor. And everybody just kind of let it go. It's like he has a weird sense of humor. He just thinks it's funny. That's why he wrote that type shit. And then everybody just let that shit slide for the longest time.
Is it possible he was the fall guy?
No.
No? Like, he would be the one to take the brunt.
No, I mean, he would be the one to take the brunt, but this is strict. Like, he's the one that was writing this stuff. He wrote the shows. Like, he created the shows. He's the creator and the writer of the show. So he wrote the scripts and stuff, especially on the early stuff. Now, here's where it gets even worse. Is as bad as he would make these kids do, he was worse to, like, his female coworkers and shit. So he had 2 female writers, and then they had to share one salary. So, like, all the other male writers, they all got their own full salaries. The 2 females had to share one salary. And so, like, they were already getting underpaid. He basically told them, like, if you don't work more and longer than me, then I don't need you. So a lot of times they were there from 8 a.m. to, like, midnight every day type shit. And, yeah, getting half a salary. They were getting half the pay they were supposed to get on that. That's what's the crazy part, too.
Sounds like a shitty boss to me.
Extremely shit. Oh, you think that's a shitty boss? Don't you just wait, buddy.
Oh, boy.
One of the females, he told, like, hey, if you want to give your pitch for your skit, I want you to bend over the table and pretend like you're getting sodomized while you give the pitch. So, like, she had to literally bend over and pretend like she was taking it and then just be like, and then I think the kid should, doing shit like that. And it's like, holy shit.
That's terrible.
And that's the only way he would hear it out. And basically it was like all the dudes around the table on one side, and then she had to bend over and, he's like, pretend like you're getting sodomized and then read the, it was some ridiculously crazy shit. Like, damn.
I had a feeling this one's going to be depressing.
Oh, it's there's more.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
So far, everything I've said, what would y'all rank this in terms of shitty human beings? 1 to 10, 10 being really shitty.
10.
10, yeah.
Solid.
Okay. So he's just a solid 10 right now, right?
Anything that has to do with kids like this, you're automatically a 10.
Yep.
Sorry.
He's about to pass that scale. Just you wait.
You can be a murderer and you can still be an 8, but like once it comes to kids, you're a 10. Sorry.
So one of the characters he was really
I know
famous
some
for.
6 murderers.
So yeah, I mean, well, that would be an 11.
Some good people.
Yeah, murder's also one of them. Like, really depends.
So here's another one too.
Technicalities.
Yeah,
So-
obviously.
So one of his most famous characters on the Amanda Show was that little girl that was obsessed with Amanda. Her name was Penelope Taint. Okay.
Taint.
This is Penelope Taint.
Taint.
I'm not looking this up.
I mean, she just looks like a nerdy girl. Like, that's the thing, is that the character doesn't look anything wrong, but her name is Penelope Taint. Taynt.
Taint.
So here's how he got it. Whenever they were in the writing room, he openly said, "Oh yeah, I like that little part between the nuts and your balls, or your balls and your asshole, or whatever. We'll call her Taint." Ha ha ha. To get around Taint. To get around the corporate people, he was like, "No, like when you taint an image, like she's such a fan, she doesn't want anybody to taint Amanda's image," type shit like that. That's how he got around it. But he had openly said it in like the writing rooms, like, "Ha ha 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 ha," like this is what it really means.
Yeah.
Taint.
Bro, they said that he used to make the writers play like the shout game. out loud. So it'd be like say if we're all in a room and I send you an email, I'm like, Spencer, scream hammers, and then you just scream hammers, and it's ha ha ha, that's funny. And then like I send one to Blade, scream whatever, scream hello. He screams hello, and then it's like then I'd send one to Alex in the other room, hey, scream I'm a slut. Like it would be shit like that. Like it would instantly escalate. Yeah, that's right. Your wife. I would send that email, man. But then it was like immediately would escalate like that when it came to the female coworkers. Like,
do you want me to bleep her name? And we're wrapping up the last episode.
One of the ones, dude. He the same girl that he made pretend like to bend over and be sodomized or whatever. He was like, hey, I'll pay you $300 if you could finish 2 pints of ice cream in half an hour. And like, since she was so money hungry, she was like, she's only getting half a salary. Of course, she's going to take $300 to finish ice cream. And she finished it and was basically throwing up. And he was laughing. He's like, oh, I'll pay you later. So then, like later on down the road, somebody was like, yeah, just add it on my tab because she was going to get drinks or some shit. Like, just add the $30 to my tab. So she thinking it's like a openly funny like environment. It's like, oh, like that 300. He pulled her aside and was like, don't you ever make it sound like I don't pay up on my bets. And like, bro, got like in the closet angry with her and shit like that. It was ridiculous.
That's small penis energy, bro.
Definitely small dick energy. Definitely.
No, small penis energy.
But so here's the other one too. So then apparently there was a lot of personal touching between him and Amanda Bynes. Like a lot of personal
underage,
touching.
obviously.
Obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, she was like 11, 12.
I'd never seen this one, so I don't know how old she actually was.
Yeah, no, she was, I think they said 11, 13 at the oldest at this point.
So like
she was
from
9,
when to when, basically.
11 to 13, like around there.
Oh.
I think he brought her on the show when she was 11. And like the thing was that she actually wanted to be a stand-up comic. Like she won a little contest as a stand-up comic for young kids. Like she could have went that route, but then he found her and boom, 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 boom. And then he like basically fell in love with her talent. It was like saw things in her. So yeah, there was a lot of that, and then
there's
be a lot of
there.
Oh, none,
not even worth making.
Not even funny. Like,
but there's jokes there.
The serious episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there was a lot of like, hey, come in this room, Amanda, and we're gonna talk about scenes and blah blah blah. And apparently,
shut up, Blade.
Don't do it, Blade. Throat chop if you try. And then there was the defuse this bomb, the blue wire or the red wire.
It was the green wire.
Oh, okay, thank God. Yeah, and then there was even supposedly like a non-confirmed abortion that she had that they're saying was probably his, but that part was non-confirmed. There's no record somehow.
Of course.
So you're actually depressing me right now.
Well, hey, dude, this is just the facts. Like, it's just what it was. This is
know.
crazy. We'll find a way to lighten it up at the end, though, buddy.
Okay.
What was the other one? Oh, dude, this is when people like. Okay, so this is when part of when I was watching the show, I was like, these are the shittiest fucking parents I've ever seen, because like there was certain ones where it's like, hey, guys, no parents are allowed on the set, and it's like, nah, you're not taking my kid without my eyesight, and that's like part of the child labor laws in Hollywood. So they're supposed to have like 4 hours of school that's supposed to be like forced education, and they're only supposed to be able to record for like 4 to 6 hours a day. This dude was openly ignoring child labor laws, making them work like 16 hours. Then when the parents would try to say something, all of a sudden your kid wouldn't be on the show very much and you're not getting paid. And, for a lot of these kids, like this one kid was like, I was trying to get my family out the hood. So every scene, every skit I could be in, I had to be in to get paid. And then his mom was like, hey, this shit ain't right. Like, what the fuck's wrong with y'all? Like, why are you doing this? Why is my son a dude named Little Fetus who was in like a skin color suit and everything? I see you, Blade. Don't you do it, Blade. Don't you do it. And then, yeah, so a lot of
maybe
that.
One.
Okay, go ahead, Blade. You got one?
Why are you touching my son's penis? That ain't cool.
Okay.
I mean, I wish one of the parents would have said that shit. But they just kind of all like, dude, that was the thing. Is like, okay, so there was another story. I forgot to write this. Her name was Brandy. And then so Brandy was like an 11. Yeah, I know. It's just don't even Blade stop.
Even worse. It's great.
Okay, thank God. Anyways, so the dude that was emailing Brandy's name was Handy. So I'm just saying, if a dude's name is Mike Handy, that kind of sounds like a pedo name right off the rip. Like you're setting your kid up for failure.
Looking is free, touching cost.
It was bad. So this dude was like the showrunner, right? So his job was to be in contact with all the parents and the kids to let them stay.
That's right. That's right. That was my goal. I was trying to make them drink.
He accomplished.
Enjoy. It's delicious.
Devil's River, because we definitely walking down the Devil's
delicious.
River. Yeah, that's how you suck the soul out of it. Hey, please don't spit all in the whiskey.
Will you stop blowing it?
Dude, please stop blowing the
You're
bottle.
supposed to drink it, not suck it.
Yeah. Swallow, bitch.
That's right. It's good for you.
So okay, so now that you got that swig in, you definitely need it. So this dude's job was basically
Well, down on the range, Blade, get your banjo. I know you have it. We needed a mental break there, James. You know,
No, I know.
damn good
I-
well.
Yeah,
I
man.
know,
That, we
that
had to
was-
cool off. That's like the engine's been running for like
dude. This is all still episode
200
one.
miles.
This is
Can
all
we
episode one.
cap it at episode 1, please?
No, because it speeds up, but it definitely is worth talking about.
Well, we're already going 33 minutes. How
No,
many?
we got time.
Yeah,
Do
got
we?
lots of-
time.
Nice J's, dude.
Oh, so there was my Lucas. So there was one part. So there's one
Lucas.
scene you can even look it up where like it. So Dan like started getting like a power trip. That was the thing. Is it started like really showing on camera too. So like one of the scenes was he's Dan Dan the show writer, and Amanda's in a hot tub in a full bathing suit. He gets in the hot tub with her, but he's fully clothed. And then like, but he's playing the role of I'm the creator of this show. And then she's like, "Do I get a raise?" He's like, "No." Like shit like that. So they're really trying to play it, but like you can see he's playing like a power trip ego type shit. Like it's really playing strong.
He's physically hurting over there.
I mean, yeah. They said he was extremely bipolar because it'd be like one day everything would be cool, the next day no. He fired. Okay, so the same girl that he made bend over and do all that shit, he fired her for taking 2 personal days off, one for her birthday or something like that, and one to attend a concert that was coming through town. Fired her at the end of the season. Turned around, tried to tell the other female writer, "Hey, we're going to bring you on full time for a full 16-week contract, but I need you to work 11 free weeks, so it's 27 real weeks." So he was basically asking for like, what is that, like 2 months worth of free work, 2.5 months of free work, something like that, like almost 3 months, really.
Yeah, 2.5.
Because 12 weeks would be 3. So yeah, he's basically asking for three months of free work. Only going to pay her so much of the other one, and it wasn't even a full salary like what the men were getting. So she turned around, like contacted the Writers Guild, told everything was going on. They start launching an investigation, and then he calls her on the phone and was like, "Was this you? Are you the one that said something? Let me find out it was you, and you'll never work in this city again," type shit. And she still pressed through, thinking he was going to get in trouble. He spent 6 months, 6-month probation where he couldn't like interact with the cast because she let him know everything was going on, like the touching and this and that and everything. And it was like all the good people that actually cared about the kids slowly started getting pushed out. Like there was one cameraman that he refused to let the kids be left alone with certain people that he felt suspicious about. And he's like, "You can't tell me no because I'm the cameraman. I'm allowed to be everywhere. I'm allowed to be like, hey, you're not allowed in there, da-da-da." Once he started telling them, "Hey, we don't need to record them over there. Let them have some time," and shit like that, they started firing him. He was gone out the door. The women that were like actually cared for the kids and stuff, when they started questioning shit, out the door. The parents that tried to question shit, out the door. Like if you questioned him, you were out. Your kid's not going to get paid. You just had to basically let this shit go on. I think I completely bypassed that Brandy story, right? The one with the Michael Handy dude. I didn't even tell the full extent of that.
I don't think so.
So the dude was like the showrunner, right? So his whole job was to keep in contact with the parents and the children about, hey, this is the skits you're going to do. This is the scheduling. This is when we need you in, blah, 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 blah. So he would email the kids and the parents the same emails. Well, eventually it got to the point where he started just sending emails of him naked masturbating to the little girls, being like, "This is what I do when I think about you."
Man.
Yeah, it's bad. When they finally busted him, Spencer, when they finally busted him, he had over 10,000 Ziploc bags full of pictures and like locks of hair and really, really weird shit. He said, including like 20 pictures of like these girls in some kind of bondage positions and shit like that. Like it was some dark, deep shit. Like 10,000 Ziploc bags, man. Like it was ridiculous.
This is disgusting, man.
Yeah, and then I think they said he spent 16 months in jail. Like it wasn't shit. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like how?
Did he make it out alive?
I hope not. I didn't see that part, but I don't condone murder, but for pedophiles, you can all die and burn in hell. Like that's just point blank facts. So yeah, so here's an so then we'll just kind of skip a part because yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. Everything's a bad skit. Like as the shows go on, like certain things, like there's one where they have Ariana Grande trying to milk a potato and screaming, "Give me the juice, give me the juice."
I've heard about that one.
That was one of them. They had one where like whoever the girl from Zoe 101 was, like her whole role was to be the sex symbol, and she's like 14, and they're like trying to put her out there as like this sexy, this is how you get men type attitude type shit.
That's terrible.
It's not good.
Put a picture of Cleveland in the bag.
That's terrible.
I gotta have something for this.
There's
I can't put any of this up there.
there's literally
You can try.
you could put some of the scenes of like how they made him dress, like the nose boy and stuff like that, but it's just like just so you can see what I'm talking about.
I guess.
So here's where it gets really weird too, right? If it's not already really fucking weird. Like when Amanda Bynes turned 16, I don't know if y'all remember that show, What I Like About You. and she kind of was trying to do her own thing. It was on the CW. I remember actually liking it when I was growing up because it was, you know, you kind of growing up with Amanda Bynes type shit. You're in that age group, blah 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 blah, whatever. Yeah, he followed her onto that show. Like he left Nickelodeon just to follow her to the CW to do that show, and then the CW writers and shit were like, "Hey, you're doing a little much," and they literally kicked him out the room, and he went back to Nickelodeon, and they open armed accept him because he was like the golden boy, golden child. But I mean, yeah, like they kind of were like, "Hey, dude, we're not pulling this shit over here," and then that's when Amanda went her
This is a
separate
Christian
ways.
channel.
CW, Christian women rock, and you don't believe in that.
Christian wieners.
Whoa,
He's right.
that's what
he's
it
right.
means. Yeah, Christian wieners, very nice, very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really don't know what CW stands for. I just assume it was
Wow.
Christians.
probably like some kind of Central Waves or some shit.
Christ Watch.
Christ Watch, 24/7 Christ Watch.
Yo, we're out here on the pillars of God. This is 2024 Christ Watch.
Oh, that's a nice Rolex. Look at my Christ Watch.
Nice.
Awesome.
It's a little.
It's time to believe.
It's gleaming with holy power.
Oh.
There's probably a way. Oh, yeah, it's just like Jesus and his arms are like
Yeah, it's
going
just
up
on
and
the
down.
cross.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
One arm is shorter than the other for the hours.
At 9:15, it's always the holy moment. It's just don't.
I have no comment. I have no comment.
Oh,
I would,
you-
I would
the
want that
degenerate
watch.
You're
have
literally
no
wearing
comment.
a hat that says bad religion
I
on
know.
it.
I want that.
Zoom
watch.
into bad religion.
I want the watch.
He wants it. Yeah, I know, right? Who
I
wouldn't
want the
want it?
watch.
Well, that's not the worst I've seen. to be
No,
fair. I've
no,
seen like
no.
I might cut that out actually. This is a very dicey episode, dude.
It is. It is. It's that dark
We're
episode.
not getting monetized by anything yet, so
Who
it is what it is.
cares?
But these are the facts. Like it's on TV is what people are talking about. Like
It may be on TV, but like doesn't mean that people are not going to try to censor it. That's what I'm
True.
saying.
okay, fine,
Sure.
they can censor, but this is. I mean, it's the facts of what it is.
Penis.
I mean, we're not saying like none of us are like. I really wish this would happen. Like, no, it's just what was reported on the show.
Penis.
I don't know if that's
Are you serious?
yeah.
Cock.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know if this is appropriate for this episode to even go that far.
Penetration.
Oh my!
it couldn't
God.
get any worse.
This is the worst episode of all time. All of a sudden, staring him down. Go ahead. You got something for him?
Anal sex.
No.
Do you remember the show On Air Dare?
No.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of younger than us. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how it's like the kids' Fear Factor, more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were talking about how that one, like for kids, it's
Fetch with Rough Ruffman.
that was the worst. No, but this was even worse than that.
No.
No, Fetch with Rough Ruffman was at least like go find a sock in a dirty nose. No, this shit was like we're gonna bury you in worms,
This is a
Basically-
Mexican pancake. Ew.
dude. So what it was basically because
Look it
Fear
up,
Factor.
kids. You'll know.
Don't look it up, kids.
Look
but
it
your
up.
parents can look it up for you. So basically, what it ended up being is like it was basically kids Fear Factor, and it'd be shit like that because Fear Factor was so popular or whatever. And then like the
Smart man.
smart. That's the goon chair. And then yeah, so they basically we felt like they're being tortured. Like we don't want to be covered in worms and peanut butter and all sorts of weird shit like that. He really, it's a tres leches pancake.
Nope.
No, you looked up the wrong. You looked up an actual Mexican pancake. That's not what. So then, like, y'all remember Drake Bell, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the saddest part of the story, but I'm gonna keep this one really short. But basically, he was the kid that was being molested and/or worse things that kind of got Nickelodeon shut down for a little bit, and everything changed. And it came out that it was this dude that used to be a reoccurring character on a lot of this Dan Schneider show stuff. His name was Pickle Boy. And,
God damn it, the pickle boy.
and Pickle Boy, and it was real. Like there's scenes where he's feeding pickles through holes to Ray Romano. Hey, here's a pickle. I need a pickle.
Help, I'm Ray Romano and I'm stuck in a closet.
I'm stuck in this closet and I'm really hungry. He's like, oh, Pickle Boy's got a pickle for you, and slid it in the hole real quick.
He kind of sounds like Kermit the Frog. Our fucking Ray Romano is just Kermit the Frog.
I can't do no better than that. That's as good as it gets for me. So,
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here, stuck in a closet.
and hi ho, Ray Romano here, also stuck in the closet.
Is that a pickle? Mmm,
Eat your pickle, Kermit.
a pickle.
Oh my god, this guy over here just looking up shit to ignore us.
That's true.
But yeah, no,
I would
so-
too.
I mean,
But I
yeah, at
don't
this
have the
point,
capacity.
at this point, it's just getting bad. But yeah, then the whole Jeanette McCarty thing that everybody knows about.
That I do know, yeah.
Yeah, and then she was just talking like she never got abused, so but it was always like you're not reading your fucking lines right, and it's like, dude, this is an 11, 12-year-old girl. Why are you screaming at her like that type shit?
Yeah, no shit.
And then a baby, okay.
Yeah.
Is it a baby
No,
kid?
that's not Pickle Boy from Nickelodeon. Look up Pickle Boy from Nickelodeon. No, whoa, that guy. There he is.
Oh, that's actually
Oh,
That's the
actually-
actual guy right there. Yep.
Is that the plate of pickles he carries?
Yep. That's one he
That's
carries
a-
around. But the dude, he's like a reoccurring character for
That's an obnoxious fucking tray of pickles.
yeah. Look, Frankie Munoz was even in this shit. I forgot about that.
So did he.
He wishes.
No, he really did.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a wreck.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably.
Was
Oh, no.
it
So
a
it was a
wreck?
really dark joke you went there. Oh, that was one of the other things
It
too. is that-
was.
It was really dark. See, that was one of the other things too. Is like I think on this show they had a thing called the Dan phone, and it was like, hey, we have to hurry up and answer the Dan phone. We don't want to upset God. So like they literally had the kids referring to Dan Schneider as God and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Dan Schneider is.
There he is. Look, Pickle
Oh,
Boy,
Lord.
just looking like a weird pedo.
I got pickles.
I got your Pickle Boy.
I'm gonna murder so many people tomorrow.
No, you're not supposed to say
Yeah,
that.
Oh,
in Minecraft, in
come on.
Minecraft, in Minecraft.
Mine-
He's gonna Minecraft so many people tomorrow.
He's gonna murder so many people in Minecraft.
He's gonna murder at that gig he's going to
In
On the guitar.
Minecraft.
on Minecraft.
Yeah, or Roblox.
So that's the
Your
dude that
choice.
apparently. Oh, look, they even got the picture right there with Drake Bell sitting right next to him, like the third one down, right underneath his face. His ugly, fat, stupid, weird face. No, you went the wrong
Oh
way.
man,
But
it's a touchy subject we decided to talk about.
I mean, but it's real shit. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That one right there, yeah. So, and he finally came out, and it was the saddest part about it all is like Drake Bell had a point where, because I don't know if you remember, but he got okay. That was
Why are you
weird.
doing that?
That was
Why are
really
you
weird.
talking?
That's really weird.
Keep going.
Because it's part
No.
of the show.
No.
That's what we do. It's a podcast. We all just can't sit here and stare at each other. That'd be an awkward podcast.
Unless that's what you guys want to pay for.
If that's what gets you all to pay. But here's what here. Okay, so
Lovely eyes.
here's the real fucked up part.
They're really lovely eyes.
Thank you.
Okay, this is getting awkward.
This is how I score so many blowjobs.
You might be winning today.
No, but here's the last part. I kind of want to wrap up on this whole thing. We'll get into something else. But like the part that's really sad about it is whenever you actually see the damage and how it's set into a grown adult, because he started talking about just all the stuff that he's like to cope with things. Like he became a massive alcoholic. He started popping pills. At one point, he couldn't understand why he couldn't like maintain a healthy relationship with a grown adult woman. So he's like, maybe I'm a fucking pedophile because it fucked with his head so much that
Well, didn't he actually like try to?
yeah, he
attempt
DM'd
that?
one. Yeah, he DM'd it, and then he realized like real quick, like you know what, like I'm not into this. Like no, this isn't me. And he tried to explain it as like you know I just had to see what's wrong with me type shit. And then that's when he kind of started going to therapy and checked into rehab, and then was like, okay, I got some real deep seated
Yeah,
shit.
there's some
like,
shit
yeah.
going on in here.
Yeah, it was some crazy shit. So on to good times. Spencer, you played at a soccer game yesterday. How was that?
It was fun.
What game was it?
USA versus Mexico.
Who won?
United States.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Ooh.
whoa. What was the final score?
2-0.
Damn. Isn't that like an ass whooping in soccer? 2-0?
It is pretty bad. Pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Sorry, that's
Yeah, so there's actually 2 games last night. It was Panama and Jamaica.
Oh shit!
Oh, nice.
I didn't
Who won
know
out of
Jamaican
that?
had a team. Like
I
that.
think Jamaica. That
Yeah,
won't be.
yeah.
I know it was a fucking weird night.
Crazy.
Yeah, so the cover band I work with in town is starting to get some traction going. We got to play at the AT&T Stadium for the men's finals, and it was a pain in the ass to get in. It was a pain in the ass to get out, but it was a pretty cool damn time.
That's
so
awesome.
That's the worst part about that area over there, though. Is parking's
just
so
Arlington.
crazy. Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
Arlington,
The
honestly.
entertainment district is bad. Parking, like, yeah.
If you walk around Arlington, it's awesome. You drive around Arlington, it sucks dick.
Yep.
It took a minute to find parking, but at least I had a confidant with me who rode with me because they were only allowed a few vehicles on the premises, anyways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was Jerry World, man.
It's a wild place over there.
Fort Knox, dude.
Did you notice your receipts had an extra tax on them, by the way?
I didn't buy anything per se.
Okay.
We got our food comped and everything.
Anytime
Nice.
you're like within 15, 20 miles of Jerry World,
Yeah,
there's a entertainment tax.
Are you
stamped onto
serious?
that. Yeah.
that
Dude, I never paid
makes
attention.
sense. I think I've
Yeah.
seen that before, like at the Cidercade or whatever.
Yeah. So you'll have
You fucking see, that's
Yeah.
where that goes.
yeah,
Goes
That's
to
the
paying
Jerry
Jerry
Oh,
World
like he
tax.
needs any more money.
honestly.
dude. Just because he decided to pay for that fucking stadium out of pocket, now we got to pay for that shit too.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Like the
So-
beer alone was already like $8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have that first initial sales tax,
Right.
then you have the entertainment tax underneath that. So
Is that mostly because like, all right, these restaurants or whatever are around this vicinity because it's going to draw so many people in?
Yep.
Is that why?
Exactly. You're on
That
the
is
right track there.
crazy.
It's a motherfucker.
That is a motherfucker.
It's just money taking money, bro.
That's why I don't
Yeah.
like going to Arlington a lot, unless it's like, hey, I have a specific thing that I need to get.
Dude,
I'm
I used to
gonna go get
love Arlington. Now I hear that shit. It's like, damn.
I mean,
Well,
I
don't
have
get me
my
wrong.
personal reasons not like going to Arlington, but I've also lived there for a year and a half, so you know.
Yeah.
I love walking around Arlington, like Arlington proper and shit like that. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it sucks to do anything around there if you drive, of course.
See, I mean, we used to just hang out over there a lot, just do like the pool halls and the bars. And
Yeah, that's always
Same.
good.
concert
Time.
places and stuff like that.
Free
We'd
play is
drive
pretty
out there
cool.
for it. Yeah,
Cooper
Cidercade, all that
Street.
stuff. Yeah, Cooper. Yeah, used to play at at Rusty's.
Rusty's.
a
I
lot.
love Rusty's.
Yeah, that was my place for the longest time until they changed management. Kind of shitty now.
Shout out to the Growl. I love playing at the Growl. They also got some pretty good. They got some good booze out there. They got some like IPAs. I know that's
Nice.
kind of a dickish,
You
douchey thing.
hipster bit. No.
That's genuinely. Oh, shout out to Dr. Jekyll's. That's the only good place for
What
me.
Mr.
about
Hyde?
Gilligan's?
Gilligan's? I've never been there.
It's a nice place. They got a nice little one man stage up there.
Oh, nice. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
that's probably why.
They get a
never-
lot of college acoustic players, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Why does that sound like something that you shouldn't know what you mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Anyways, can I talk about the
Yeah.
soccer game?
Yeah, so go on with the soccer game. So, do you see anything crazy? I mean, because I know that shit, the hooligans, were they out? Or is that the English team is the hooligans, right?
Dude, any
Yeah.
any soccer
Is a hooligan.
aficionado is a hooligan.
Okay.
So the first game was pretty chill. Honestly, there was not that many fans for like
Jamaica and Panama.
South American teams in Texas. Like, you're not going to see a whole lot.
I figured there's.
Surprisingly more than I thought, but yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I bet there's a lot more people from Panama than you'd imagine.
A lot of Jamaican fans.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
Good,
Alright.
good amount. Like, you know,
Yeah.
out of like foreigners and whatnot.
Good to know.
It's just, you know, whenever like Mexico and the United States was about to come in, I did not. This was 59,000 people were there.
Oh, shit. So you
Yeah.
played a stadium.
We played a stadium technically.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is that
Spencer.
your first stadium?
That might be no, that is the most people have ever played for.
Yeah,
Fuck
gotta
yeah, new
be. Fuck
record.
yeah, new,
Yes, it is.
new record.
Da-na-na-na.
Pretty close to 60K.
That's pretty big.
It was pretty cool,
That's
man.
pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Did you get nervous? Shit your
I
pants?
yes, I did
You
actually.
shit your pants?
Yeah, because the way they had us do this
Did you
stuff.
beat your meat before? That's a good way to relieve.
No, they had us. Like everything was so like on time. Like, and to be fair, like the producers were really nice to us. I was always kind of expecting like the douchebag guy to be like, "All right, we're gonna move on to the next segment. All right, next segment, next segment." No, the dude was like dancing and jamming with us, and be like, "All right, when it's time to like kind of cut off, he'll kind of like start nodding his head and shit and like coming off."
Yeah.
It's like the smoothest big operation I've ever been a part of. It was really cool, actually.
So what were you doing? Like just kind of when play stopped for a minute, you guys would play something, or
Not that. It was more like, here's where you're gonna do it.
Oh,
like
okay.
the very top of the first game, we did 2 songs, not even full songs, like half songs. We did like "We Will Rock You" and like "Part of Sandman."
Mm.
That
that
was hype.
Nice.
That was hype. That was
It's a
fun.
good song.
Yeah.
And then we played
I
a
love that
couple
song.
songs on the top of the next set, and then we did the song "Sky Full of Stars" Coldplay.
No.
No,
Sky full of stars. Ooh, that one. Am I close? I see you in the sky. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
That's actually
That's okay. I was
The-
right.
very very piano heavy song.
The only reason why I know that is from that movie Sing, and they have the gorilla sing that one, and he's actually really
Nice.
good. That's. I'm just like, yeah, I liked it. You. All right, go ahead.
Jesus.
Hey man, whenever we saw, hey, I'm a dad, so when we went to go see Sing 2 or whatever, this shit's funny as hell. Because my favorite part is when the gorillas just start beating the shit out of people. I'm like, yeah, something for the parents. That's what we needed.
That's exactly what they would do.
They just started like grabbing wolves by the back of their neck. I'm like, all right, yeah.
But
go
we
on.
did that one. We actually did that one in full. That was the halftime presentation for the U.S. and it's like
Okay.
the song that the United States men's team is what they were doing
okay.
for. So
That makes sense.
but what they did is they got like the announcing us. They're like, get everybody's phone camera lights on, and they completely killed all the lights in the stadium except our stage. And like I have this perfect view, and I'll probably put a video up of like what my view was. But I had the entire stadium surrounding me.
Oh wow.
And then like except our stage was illuminated, so it was kind of like, all right, spotlight on us, awesome. But like you can see it
Just
on
phones.
it was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, this is kind of surreal actually.
artificial
fire.
star.
Look
up-
yeah.
Look up look up Bray Wyatt Firefly entrance real quick, and I want to see if that's kind of what you were talking about. So like that. So like,
it was this.
So yeah. So what he would do is
that's
because
awesome.
he used to call the fans the Fireflies. So whenever he would come out to a song or whatever, all the lights would go off and everybody put their phones out, and then it would be like this. He probably had one of the coolest
Hold on.
entrances.
Wyatt just devastated to learn fireflies are actually just cell phones.
No,
That seems like an onion sort of
his
thing.
imagination
For
is
real.
definitely the onion.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Kayfabe. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
there was another one where it was like when Hulk Hogan realized not everybody's his brother. He was like, "No, brother." He's like, "They're not my brother."
That's fucking funny.
That's a
God,
good
I love
one.
that.
But yeah,
But yeah, like
that.
I caught myself a glimpse on
Rest
like
in peace, Bray Wyatt.
rest in peace. I caught myself a glimpse on like the mega screen because they
Mm-hmm.
had the camera right up on me. I was like looking out and was like just smiling. I was like, oh, shit, that's awesome. So it was kind of cool.
In the sky, the stars shine for
yeah.
you.
You had your own version of like what is it? Oh no! Whenever you meet a famous person or some shit,
Starstruck,
yeah, you had starstruckness,
imposter
but
syndrome.
maybe imposter syndrome.
I still feel like a piece of shit. So it's probably that.
Maybe
No,
imposter.
so he's
syndrome.
still there,
Dude, it
He's
was
still Spencer.
It wasn't any of that. It was just like, man, this is cool.
Just a good
I
moment.
was like, this is awesome. Like, this is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, I get it.
Like definitely like a lot of stress.
So
Don't get me wrong.
okay, so let me ask you this, since this might be one of the last episodes for you to be on camera for a while. What would be like your dream? I know we've talked about your dream show, but what's like your dream venue? Like, what would be your place you'd want to play? the
Madison
most?
Square.
Okay. No,
So
all right,
why?
no.
Just it's
The
iconic,
history,
man.
Yeah.
The history on it, man.
Okay.
I mean, if I was a classical musician, probably like the Sydney Opera House. That'd be kind of cool too.
That'd be
Okay.
legit.
Yeah. I mean, there's venue. Look, people make the venue. The venue doesn't make the show. So it's like if you're playing Madison Square Garden for 4 people, who cares?
That's a good point. Yeah.
I'd rather play a backyard with 4,000 people. You know,
That's like having a
Right.
Broadway show and no one actually comes. Like, it's like, who cares?
Really, like,
Or a
Yeah.
really badass house party.
dude, I've had some
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
I've played some pretty cool house parties where I'm just like drenched sweat. My glasses are off at the end of the show. It's like it's kind of how it is.
Some of my
But what
favorite
about your
house
shirt?
parties have been that.
Almost. What's that?
Nice.
Some of my favorite house parties have been that, where like
Oh, yeah.
a punk band is just like, "Hey, we're setting up here."
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know a lighter note we can end this episode on. Okay. We don't have to play a game or anything, but perfect house party. What does it need? We'll just go like, okay, so we're all playing a house party. We each add a part to the party until we have the perfect party.
Can we
Okay.
make some amendments on this?
such as?
Food and beer is automatic.
But
Yeah.
we can be specific on the food and beer if we want to. Or do we just say alcohol? is
I'll just say
available?
alcohol is automatic because that's
So-
automatic.
You have
man.
5 kegs.
Sure.
So the 3 of us we're throwing the perfect Deep Thoughts whiskey shots party. We all get to contribute. You want to do 3, 4, or 5 things for the party each.
5, and not 5, a nice
5
odd
each.
number.
So yeah, so we're each adding 5 things to the party to make this bitch the biggest blowout ever.
All right. Well, we might run out of things, but okay, we'll try.
I bet you we don't.
Fair
All
enough.
right, so Blade, how do you start the party?
Beer pong.
Okay, so beer games in general or beer pong?
Beer pong specifically.
Okay,
Okay.
Like a
but a badass table, right?
Yeah, like a
Okay.
good setup, and it's like a tournament style. So
2 tables, neon lit,
2
tournament
tables.
style.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
we're going, baby.
That's
going for
fun.
Gordon Ramsay on the grill. I change Gordon Ramsay and I go with Guy Fieri because I feel like he's
Guy
more of the
Fieri.
party.
He's
Yeah.
He's more for like. I don't want like having a fucking souffle at a
Yeah,
house party.
I
you know?
want the Guy Fieri brisket fries.
Like don't get me wrong. I think a Gordon Ramsay like hot dog would be
Like sliders.
fantastic.
Like if he's doing sliders and shit, but I think at some point be like, is this a muscle slider? And you're like, I don't want no muscle sliders. Like I'm good.
Come on, just give me a fucking
Can I
burger.
just have a mini burger,
Yeah,
bro?
just
It's
come
not
on.
that difficult. Yeah.
Every good party, and this is antithetical to me. Every good party needs a pool.
Oh, okay.
a pool.
A pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what do you got going on in the pool? Neon lights.
Like a grotto?
2 pools.
Well,
2 pools, neon lights, tournament style. Write that down.
Whoa.
okay. If we're gonna do snake draft, I might as well.
So you got the pool and then what?
some honeys to go in the pool.
Oh, some honeys. Okay.
So
At least 4
What-
now we need the Andrew WK on the music.
damn.
live.
Oh yeah,
Live.
live Andrew, and he's a party goer, but he's just like I gotta get the party, and he just wants to get up there and do it.
Live.
Okay.
Live Andrew WK,
Is he just there or is he on a stage?
both.
Okay.
He's an invited guest, but he's like, hey man, I want to perform for your party, and you're like, damn, Yes, yes, I can.
This is becoming a fret
We need,
podcast
we,
very
need
fast.
we need a
Mhm.
bonfire, a nice fire pit.
For the
Aw.
deep
Bonfire.
thoughts.
Look
Yeah.
at him getting so sentimental.
Dude,
okay.
every good party I've been to has had a fire pit.
You're not
true.
wrong.
That's
You're not
true.
wrong.
Not wrong at all.
And
When it-
it's a place to de-stress, kind of get like some bro talk. I understand.
especially like at the end when everybody's trying to chill out, and then like
Yeah.
the ones that are still surviving and standing. That's whenever you're like, all right, let's not drink no more, guys. Let's actually go over and just chill a little
Just
bit.
like let's step away from the honeys for a minute. I understand.
Yeah, definitely.
Super Smash Brothers. We need Super Smash Brothers at this
Fuck
party.
yes. Or just the Wii. Just put the Wii in the living room. I'm playing Wii Sports too.
Nah, put the switch. Put the switch, man.
Put the Switch.
yeah.
So we got the Switch and the Livy.
we got 2 switch setups.
Nice.
Smash tournament.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, Switch is there, but
Sma-
it's mainly
Smash
Bros.
Tournament. Okay, Spencer added 2
Nice.
switches.
Now
neon
that's a
lights.
fucking party. That's a
2
fucking
switches.
party. Tournament
neon
style.
lights.
I
Tournament
have
style.
I have been to a Mario Kart tournament. That
Oh,
is
fuck yeah, it's fun as
surprisingly fun. Yeah,
Dude, when I was a grown ass adult, we used to do this shit. Like it's fun as
I mean,
fuck.
I did this
It's-
like Christmas time. So yeah,
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, we used to do
Mario
it.
parties are
I did it
always fun.
yesterday. No, I'm just kidding.
debatable.
No less than 4 Australians.
What?
I want one of those statues of the monkeys with the nuts out.
Wait, what?
It just needs
the
to be
brass
there.
monkey
You know what I'm
ball
talking
statue.
about.
I know what you're talking about.
Look it up for me, please.
Spencer already said if we make major podcast money, this is the first dumb thing he's gonna buy.
I want this one
that one.
Specific one.
right in the front yard, so
nice.
you know where the party's at.
Where Andrew WK's partying on his head.
Yeah, that's the stage.
That's the stage. It's the brass monkey ball.
Dude,
We need somebody to back up Andrew WK. He's just a solo artist.
Okay.
Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Damn. That might
and now
be
it's a
it.
duo. It's a
Damn.
collaborative concert.
I wonder if they've ever actually done a show together because that
I'm
seems
gonna-
like 2 groups.
I'm
that
gonna
would-
bet no, but it'd be awesome if they
Yeah,
did.
because that seems like a show that definitely would be just seamless to put together, right? Like that's just one of those Andrew WK and Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, I want Snoop Dogg, the current one where he's real chill, not the gangsta Snoop Dogg, but the one that wants to just kind of, the one that wanted to be Snoop Lion at one point, the chill guy, the real chill one.
I get it.
And you know why Snoop's there? I don't have to spell it out, peoples.
Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan.
Done. Yeah, hell yeah. Bring in Joey Diaz too. All 3 of them.
And Joey Diaz.
Yep.
And Theo
A
Von.
comedy group. Yeah, we'll say a comedy
Comedy group.
a comedy
Okay.
trio,
Comedy.
including Dave Chappelle, Joe Rogan, and Joey Diaz. There you go.
No. It'll be a fiver.
So who's the other 2? You said Theo Vaughn.
Theo Von and Duncan Trussell.
So at the end of the party, we get the Blue Angels to fly over and fireworks.
Damn, that's kind of awesome.
I mean,
That's
in the
fucking
party, right?
gangster.
Blue Angels.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everybody needs a party pooper.
Okay.
Eric Andre.
Yes, yes. The party's ultimate. Oh god, dude, you know that dude's fun. Want to try some LSD, man? Everybody, here's the ultimate party.
Hear ye. The greatest party ever known goes as follows. I ain't doing it in this accent.
You have to
no.
now. You started it.
It's bullshit.
You did it.
We got beer pong. There's Guy Fieri on the grill. Yeah, see, it didn't last very long.
All right, just let's
There's
go.
a pool and a hot tub because you need that. Plus, it's got the honey.
And one of the honeys would be.
Spencer, this is your choice. Who are the honeys?
Oh, I was going
It's
to
on
my
the list.
Australians thing. The Rhea Ripley's the one of the honeys.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley is definitely one of the
And Ty
honeys.
Tuivasa, that big sexy bastard. Don't you
Mhm.
disappoint.
I'd drink a shoe with him
Hell yeah. Well, definitely everybody's having shoeies.
as long as he doesn't knock me out.
Well, you better drink that shoey then.
That's why.
On to the list, Mike.
Andrew WK live, son, with Red Hot
Whoa,
Chili
whoa, whoa.
Peps.
Yep.
That's what's up. We have Eric Andre there fucking with people, making them do LSD and
Awkward conversations.
coming in and out of the party saying, let me in, let me out, kind of shit. like he's a goddamn cat.
Bird up.
Yeah. No less than 2 Aussies. And,
So they're allowed to
that's
bring
what it
more
is.
Aussies, but at least those 2 Aussies.
Snoop
Come on,
Dogg is
3.
there.
Who'd be the
We can do
third?
3.
I mean, we could. Who would be your third? What do you?
Well,
I can
that's
come
still
up with
following the rule. That's
Yeah.
following the rule.
Yeah. So who'd be the other Aussie you
The
have?
guy
in
from the Chuck It in the Ute, mate.
mind? Oh yeah, okay. That guy that created that
Special
shit.
No,
guest.
that guy.
Oh, that specific
That
guy.
specific one.
Special guest, the actor who chucked it in the Ute.
No, he wants the actual drawn giant. They'll chuck it in the mute mic.
Just personally, I think this next choice is the top tier. It's the number triple S goddamn thing that everybody would want at a party.
Yep.
Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Play the song.
Tournament style.
Two switches.
Two switches.
Neon lights.
We also have a comedy troupe. The comedy troupe is
Yep.
as follows, which is my last two, of course. It's going to be what's his name? Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
We got I forgot his name again.
Joe
Joe
Rogan.
Rogan, Joey Diaz,
Yep.
Theo Vaughn, and Duncan Trussell there
Pretty good.
to like also smoke, drink, and mushroom out at
Party.
the fire pit, most
But
likely.
they're all
DMT,
going to
bro.
do like a 20-minute set.
Have you tried DMT, bro? It really expands your mind.
Oh, did I mention that? A bonfire? I didn't mention
Yeah.
the bonfire. There's
Yeah.
going to be a bonfire, of course.
That's
I
that's
do
the nice thing.
I do think that's where the comedians would do their set is by the bonfire, so everybody can chill out by the
That'd be
bonfire.
perfect. Like
Yeah.
chill by the
Nice.
bonfire to a comedian set. Hell yeah.
Everybody's inebriated, and they're just like, you know, it's fucking weird. We're all just a bunch of motherfuckers on a rock.
You know who else is there?
Wow.
Who else is there around that being inebriated, Blade? Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I said that already.
Oh, you said Snoop?
And then to end the party, the Blue Angels come over, like, we're the
And-
Blue Angels.
and fireworks to follow. Kind of like in what was that movie, Tropic Thunder, when they do that scene? Is like that's how we end the party.
Yeah, we
Right.
party hard, bro.
Fuck yeah, we just need money to do it.
Yeah, we just need money. And you, too, can join the party if you just give us, what do we say, boys?
For a small donation of $1,000, we'll invite you to this party when it happens.
He's lowballing you. I would have said 3,000.
I'm trying to be a good guy. All right, guys. Well, I think that's a good spot to close it out today. Yes, we understand this maybe wasn't the most bright, uplifting episode, but
That's why we ended it with the party.
yeah, we definitely had to end it on a bright note. But I do feel like since we are Deep Thoughts part of the Whiskey Shots, I feel like we had to talk about some real shit too. So apologize if anybody felt uncomfortable, but hey, that's the evil shit going on in the world, and we all need to recognize it. But we ended on a badass party, motherfuckers.
True
so
that.
just keep that in mind. No, bro. I gave you a whole one. Come on now. All right.
We love you with consent.
So make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're on a little bit of everything. And then, yeah, so this is our Degenerate Extraordinaire.
Bye. I
Blade?
love you so much consensually.
And Spencer, go ahead and give a sign off for, since it's going to be a while since you're back on camera. Go ahead and give some last
Baba
words.
Booey.
He said Baba Booey.
This is the Big Baba Booey signing off until next time.
And then, once
Gonna
again-
Baba your buoy sooner than
I will
later.
see you when I finally get off of Editing Planet. Whenever that
There you-
happens.
there you
His
go. He's-
people needs him.
He still loves you. He's still a part of us fans. And then, of course, I'm your host, James Weaver. And 1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
Hey, you got your thing now.
There it is.
Yeah.
Bye.